gentlemen, ladies and gents, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Please give a massive KL welcome to the one, the only, the greatest of all time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna perform. Hey guys. I really just broke my ankle trying to get up these stairs, but how you all doing? Honestly, I was back here, I didn't even know all of you were out here. It's just lovely too. Thank you so much. So good to be back.
Lewis, what a reception. Let's go to the front so everyone can see.
Oh, I missed this. Missed being here. Racing in Japan and seeing so many of you, so thank you for having me.
Lewis, as we travel around the world, you're incredibly well supported, well loved everywhere we go, but the fans here in Malaysia are just a little bit special. What is it about this country that you love so much?
The food!
Well, I can't say it's the heat, because it's too hot here. It's all you guys, it's the energy. I've always loved how diverse it is here, and then it's, you know, when I first came here, the support started building over the years. But Malaysians are so warm and loving, and it's just, they're nice, they're really good people. So, and then it's also super emotional because, you know, this is that was the last race with Petronas and Mercedes. I think it's great. Hopefully the history always will be remembered here in Petronas. This one wasn't necessarily my fault though. I don't know where that ball came from, but it was perfect timing. But I think for me, you had some really difficult races, and I really wanted to make sure we finished on a high and give it absolutely everything. And you don't always get the chance to do that. But starting from the back, I was just like, we've got to try and somehow get up there. And to get a fourth was definitely good for me.
That was amazing, it was so impressive. Let's talk about 12-year relationship with this team and Petronas. So many amazing moments. If we can, let's cast our mind back to 2014, the first year of a brand new set of regulations. Mercedes and Petronas have produced this amazing power unit. It is the class of the field. And then you come to Sepang for the Malaysian Grand Prix and you just dominate. A Grand Slam, pole position, the win. And probably 100,000 passionate Malaysian fans. What do you remember about that race?
Well, all you guys weren't there. There was this energy was that if you were all there at that race, we would have won by even further because your energy is I think for me it was just, I remember when I joined the team in 2013, and I mean I've said it so many times, but I remember my dad was like, stay at McLaren. And so many people around me would try to impact my decision making. And I remember at the time, it was like, I'm going to make the decision for myself, regardless of what all the other people are saying. And then when I made the decision, all the backlash in the media, everyone was like saying your career's over, it's the worst decision you've ever made. And it was just amazing to then, we got our first win in 2013 in Budapest. And then to get the win here in 2014 was just a real showing to, you know, prove people wrong, and I love doing that. I hope if there's anything to learn from that for any of you, poor baby. It's too loud for the baby. Need some earmuffs. For any of you, you know, like there'll be so many things that you're challenged with and faced with. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, that you're not good enough, because it's BS. Only you will know what's right for you. No one next to you, nobody else is gonna know. Yes, absolutely. Still we guys. still re-rise. I have still that rise on my back, but I changed on the helmet to still re-rise because you guys have been on the road with me for so many years, and you could choose anybody, and I'm so grateful because I couldn't do what I do today without all the support from all of you.
I think it is the way you show up, and it is the way you mind, but more importantly, it's the way you conduct yourself, would be my opinion of it. You always handled yourself with such grace in the face of adversity.
I don't know if always.
No, you are.
I'm only human, so there's days where it gets the better of me. I hate losing. Hate it. And that's okay, but you gotta embrace it and then just know that you can't change the past. You can change or shape your future. So, this year's gone by. I don't regret a single thing. You're never alone. There are days where I'm lost and I don't know what I'm doing, and whether or not I don't have all the answers always. But try and make sure you get up with as much positivity as you can. And it's races like on Sunday when I still feel it in me, and I know I still got the speed, and I know it gives me so much hope for what's up ahead.
Lewis, so many victories. I mean, the record in F1, 105 amazing victories. Is there any that stand out? We've touched on Sepang in 2014, Silverstone this year for anyone that saw that.
And just working towards a common goal, that's the best. I think Silverstone this year is definitely the most emotional by a long way. I mean, I'm not I'm an emotional guy, but I wouldn't say that I get to cry too often. It's a really good thing to cry, by the way. It's the best thing. When I cried in Silverstone, so much came out on the last lap, and then following. I was like, where did that come from? They did? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. But that was really special because also my family was there with me. And then, for 945 days, not every day, but there were days where I was like, maybe I've been so fortunate. I've won championships and won races. Maybe, there's a lot of drivers that don't ever get to have one win. So it's like, maybe that's it. Maybe there will never be another one. But I just kept thinking maybe there will be one coming. I just kept working towards it. And so I think when it came, I was like, wow, that never giving up, that continuing to push part is so important for everyone to have.
There was such a huge amount of success over such a long period of time. You talk about sort of galvanising, coming together as a team. What do you think the secret of success has been for you, Petronas and Mercedes over this relationship?
I mean, there's no secret to success. It's all about hard work, and it's also about working with the people that if you're lucky to work with other people, it's pushing each other and it's inspiring each other.
You have got a keen eye for fashion. We often see you coming in and out of the paddock. You look amazing. Fashion's an interest outside of racing. Is that something that allows you to recharge away from the track? And if it does, what else do you do to kind of rest and recuperate and get ready to focus once again?
It doesn't help me. Fashion doesn't make me recharge. No, it's a lot of work to try and put pieces together and find brands and stuff. But I'm really enjoying it. Like I've just finished designing the second collection of Dior. That comes out next year. So I have so much stuff for you for 2025, guys. There's a lot of things coming out next year. There's stuff with Marvi coming out. Might be something new coming out there. I've got some really cool stuff with Plus 44 coming out. Yeah, I just got on a really cool creative call recently with an artist that I'm working with for next year on Plus 44. So, and then there may or may not be something musical coming in.
When do you find the time to do all of this? I've seen how hard you work at the track.
I just find the time. If you all know how it is. If you're passionate about something, you find the time, you make the time, the things that you love. And I like working. I love being busy. And I don't know how much. I don't know how much time I have here on this planet. But what I do know is I'm going to utilize every bit of time I do have. And, there are days where every now and then I might get lucky and have a day just sat on the couch, and that's okay too. Those days are the best. After Silverstone, I literally sat on my couch for a whole day and watched TV, and I was at peace. And just holding onto my pillow, eating some grapes or some Nutella. So you just got to make sure you take care of yourself, right? You've got to make sure you find a good balance of working hard, studying hard, and all that. But also you got to have fun. So me and my friends, we're always sending really funny videos to each other from like we see on social media. And I love watching comedy. So I watch a lot of comedy. Has anyone seen Tropic Thunder? If you haven't, that's one of my favorite movies. Robert Downey Jr. goes as a black guy. It's the best thing ever. They could never make that movie today, but it's freaking amazing.
The impact that you're having on society, giving younger people opportunities, education. I know it's something that aligns very well with what Petronas are doing as well. You are using your platform for good and making a change, and I know you're doing amazing things with Mission 44. So how is everything going in that part of your life at the moment?
It's going really, really well. I think it's taken so much time to build up the foundation. Believe it or not, like, there's obviously thousands of foundations out there in the world. So many people doing great stuff. But finding a real cause, finding a real purpose, and working towards it, building the team, it's taken so much time. And then putting the Hamilton Commission for me was really such a great piece of work, body of work that I was able to present to the sport. And it's taken a while, but the sport, Formula 1, FIA, and all the teams have just signed a diversity and inclusion charter, which is something I'm so proud of, because that means that finally it's gaining the traction, and there's a huge amount of work to do everywhere around the world, and it's about giving people just an opportunity, particularly kids. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you look like, what your gender is, what your religion is. You should have the same opportunities as everyone. And my dream really is, and I'm sure so many of you will experience it, when you're in the room and you're the only person of color, for example, you're the only one that's different, you notice it, but perhaps no one else does. And I just feel that's got to shift. And so I really hope that it's not about inspiring the next driver from a different background to come through. That could be cool, but there's only 20 Formula 1 drivers in the world. And not many seats come available, right? But there are thousands of jobs in the backgrounds that many of you and so many people, and young people around the world, should have a chance to get into. So Mission 44, the foundation I started, I put £20 million into the organisation, and I've got all these amazing partners that have also contributed. We're now funding 40 different organisations throughout the UK, 4 in Brazil, and 2 in the US at the moment. And bit by bit, I want to get to more, but take time. In Austin this year, we brought 100 young girls from across the state come to the circuit that had never been before. We're just getting these young women involved in engineering and excited about what we did it in Brazil as well. We brought 100 kids from across town that would never get a chance to come to Prix. So these are small little bits, but hopefully inspiring those kids when they go back to school, they're talking to their friends and showing them how cool STEM can be and what it can lead to. And there's a huge amount of work I've got planned up ahead. But I think the next step for me is to start pushing for policy change. But change within the educational system, because there still are barriers for people from all different backgrounds that are getting in the way of people succeeding.
Lewis, name your greatest rival. Is anyone filming this? Go on, right, let's go. Doesn't have to be.
Can I, my honesty, this is not including the people that I've competed against. My greatest rival is myself up ahead. Seriously, I'm always chasing myself further up ahead. I feel, I'm like, there's a better version of me further up ahead, and that's what I'm working towards. In terms of other racing drivers that I've competed against.
Just whisper it to me. Who is it?
So I base, me personally, what I base a competitor on is not just what they do on the track, it's how they engage with their team, it's how they behave. So for me, Sebastian Vettel is he's the best world champion that I know, because he's far more than a driver. He's someone with real passion, he's empathetic, and he cares for people. And he actually is the only other one that's tried to utilize his platform for good. You know, I've met so many celebrities and so many people, and there's a lot of people that don't take time for others. And I think that for me, that makes me, doesn't matter how good he drives, because he was so quick anyways. We had great races together, but I think for me, we had the best races together.
Good battles.
Sometimes you're like, oh, you can't do it. You know, you question yourself whether or not you can do it. And there's definitely moments where, I mean, there's things that I'm ashamed of. For example, there have been moments, there's been only a couple of moments, for example, in the car where I've questioned whether I should continue. The reasons behind it is like, if you're in no man's land and you're just driving, what's the point? But then you got to remember that it's about putting one foot in front of the other, and you just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You can't give up. You got to keep pushing, even if you come in last. And so it's about showing up, as you said. So, you know, so I've had to learn through that. You know, that's all a part of the growth process. I've not been perfect every day. I've not been like, yeah, I'd never give up every single day of my life. Because, you know, it's going to be tough. It's tough for everybody in so many different ways. And there's things that are going to hit you that you come up to, that you come across that you just don't expect. And you might not always navigate through it perfectly, but you'll get through it. And you just got to remember that, again, you can't change the past, you can change what's up ahead. So that's what I try to focus on. Thanks, bro. Thanks, man.
Okay.
Not done yet, just know. I've had that question for so many years, and I didn't really know. I've always loved music. Music's always been my favorite thing. When I go to like a performance and watch someone on stage, everyone else is all dancing and stuff, and I'm watching the artists, and I'm looking at how they're moving on stage. I'm like critiquing everything, like trying to learn from them. So I think I'm drawn to that, and that's what I would have tried to do.
If you could fly out to space, which planet would you visit? Have you ever been asked that?
Well, no, I have been asked that, yeah. I'm really fascinated by like Saturn or Jupiter. But obviously you can't land on them, but I feel just excited about the tornadoes that are on like Jupiter, for example. But they've just found another planet that looks just like Earth, but it's much bigger. So I'll probably go there. It sounds like the real Avatar. But it takes too long to get to those places. You just run out of movies. There's a Top Gun 3 coming?
Wakanda!
I don't know if there's a Top Gun 3, I don't know. I do want to be in the Top Gun movie, yeah.
You've been up in a fighter jet, haven't you?
I recently went up in a fighter jet, yeah.
What's that?
Wicked. So cool. So, you know, maybe when I retire, that's what I'll do, is become a fighter pilot. So cool. Not too soon, no, alright. I'm gonna be around for a while, don't worry about it.
The chance to be in a time machine, which moment would you return to?
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
I'm not going there.
This is a good question, right? So, I've thought about it. There's a really cool time machine movie out there, and I thought about it afterwards. And I went down this whole wormhole about time travel and everything. I wouldn't go back in the past to either relive or to do things over. You know, 2007 was really painful, but I wouldn't be the driver I am today without that experience. 2021 was really, really painful, but I wouldn't be the without that experience. And so I probably wouldn't be connected to people in the same way if I didn't have those experiences. So I definitely wouldn't go back and change anything. I really wanted to go to the future. I want to see what's further up ahead. If I was to go back, I want to go and see who built the pyramids.
What are your favourite things to do in Malaysia?
Earlier on, he was, what did you call it? Not roti canai. You said, what did you say? Roti canai?
favourite things to do in Malaysia?
Favorite things to do in Malaysia? Apart from, look, every time I've come, we've been working here, so I've not been here on holiday ever. So, I mean, I love the Twin Towers. Those are my favorite things to see here. I think I've run around the park. Sepang the track is amazing. That for sure is one of the hardest tracks. I lost over 4 kilos when I raced here in 2007. So, that's about it. I don't know what else. I want to come back on holiday and like do some tourist stuff. So if anyone has any recommendations or things I need to watch.
Is there any spare room that Lewis can stay in?
So when I was probably like 4 or 5, I had a model Lamborghini Diablo, and it was purple, and that then became my favorite car, and that became my color. But I never actually used it, and when we did my helmet, my first helmet was red. It was just like a box standard, came in red, and my dad couldn't see me when the race would start in karting. My dad couldn't see me, so he was like panicking, because all cars would crash and stuff. And so I finally got a new helmet for Christmas, and we couldn't afford at the time to pay a painter to paint it, because it was like, at the time, it was like 300 or 400 pounds, and didn't have the money to do that. So we went to the DIY store and we chose these colors. My dad wanted a bright color, so he chose yellow, and I chose red, blue, and green, and that's where the helmet kind of started from. But then as I got older, I was like, this is a bit too kiddie, all the colors. So then I evolved it, and I definitely think, as I said, the purple and the neon for me, yeah, my favorite. I don't know how it's going to work moving forward, so we'll find a way.
Lewis, let's move into the middle just to finish off. What we'll do is, I think, actually, we'll do a selfie again, and this time you can look like you're doing it. So we can get you. Okay, which side are we going to come to first?
The other day, yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's thank you. And it's really, I really just want to say a big thank you for believing in me, for supporting me all these years. I would really want to just encourage you to keep pushing, stay motivated, don't give up. Keep your fingers crossed for next year, have an amazing Christmas. And I hope that I get to come back one day and visit you.
Lewis, just to finish up, ladies and gents, you should all have these cool wristbands. Can I see all the wristbands on the air, please? Okay. Lewis, if you wouldn't mind standing in the middle, I really want you to soak this up because you deserve it so much for everything you've done both on and off the track. So one more time in Kuala Lumpur, give it up for the one, the only,
the kids out there who dream the impossible. You can do it too, man. I believe in you guys. Thank you so much, everyone.
Through goes Hamilton! Unbelievable stuff! Coming out of the final corner, Perez and Leclerc going for it. Hamilton says thank you very much. Another thing opens up for him.
Get in there, Lewis! You're the man! You're the man!
Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. It means a lot to get this one. Thank you for all the courage, the determination, and the passion, and for seeing me and supporting me.
We love you too, and you're always going to be part of that family. And if we can't win, you should win.
For any of you, you know, like there'll be so many things that you're challenged with and faced with. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it, that you're not good enough, because it's BS. I don't know how much time I have here on this planet, but what I do know is I'm going to utilize every bit of time I do have. And, you know, there are days where every now and then I might get lucky and have a day just sat on the couch, and that's okay too. So you just got to make sure you take care of yourself, right? You've got to make sure you find a good balance of working hard, studying hard, and all that, but also you got to have fun. So you might not always navigate through it perfectly, but you'll get through it. And you just got to remember that, again, you can't change the past, you can change what's in the head. So that's what I try to focus on. I really just want to say a big thank you for believing in me, for supporting me all these years. I would really want to just encourage you to keep pushing, stay motivated, don't give up. You guys have been on the road with me for so many years, and you know, you couldn't choose anybody, and I'm so grateful, because I couldn't do what I do today without all the support from all of you.